Okay, looked like you did pretty well, but the kind of big question is how does that factor in your marathon training, and what does this kind of say for that?
It doesn't mean a whole lot in terms of marathon, the performance, I guess, but it was more mental than anything, just getting out there again. And after a whole year off, it was like I just needed something to kind of be able to do and still allow me to train through it, because with 10 weeks to go, it's kind of that higher volume part of the marathon block. So I was able to keep my training up, get that race experience, but definitely, like as you can see at the end, I just didn't have any kind of speed or anything like that. But for the first race back in a while and with the heavy training, I'm pretty happy with it.
Before this, in training, do you have any kind of gauge of your fitness just from the pace you're running? Or?
Yeah, I've done some 20-mile. I don't call them tempo runs. It's kind of between like a long run and a tempo run, and I feel like I'm about maybe where I would be normally, or a little bit better in marathons, marathon training and stuff like that. So I haven't done like one of those big marathon tempo runs. That'll probably be this week, the first one, and so then I'll do those probably about every 10 days or so for the next 7 weeks, probably, just getting gradually a little bit more and then tapering down a little bit. So haven't had anything to say, wow, I'm in this kind of shape, but I'm definitely solid enough shape.
You said something up there about doing 102 half marathons in practice. Were you saying that type of effort, or that's something you want to do with Galen? I wasn't sure what you were getting at there.
Something I would do with Galen and Mo. It's not completely all out, but it's fast enough to kind of push the envelope a little bit. So, for me, it might be like 62 minutes or something like that. I feel like if I'm in 61-minute shape, a 62-minute effort in practice, that's enough to get the general purpose out of it without actually having to go to a race and doing.
Are you training with them a lot? Are they
just starting
again,
to now, because they took a couple weeks off after the end of the year, and they basically are now just getting back to the point where they're rapidly catching me in fitness now. So my weeks of being ahead of them are probably coming to an end pretty soon.
And their success this year, how does that?
I mean, it's huge for me for my confidence, because if I train with them all the time. I mean, they both run 26:40 something. That's just good for your confidence. And so it's been a couple years since I ran 12:56, so just getting that back again, knowing that I'm racing with guys that are doing that, or training with guys that are doing that, that's huge for me.
That's right. You were sub 13 before they were.
That's right. Well, Galen
still
isn't,
yeah.
but I think it's just a matter of time for him. But I think that it's been a couple years, but the talent's still there. I'm still young. I'm 28, so hopefully I just keep getting better.
And with afterwards, I saw you prick your finger. Everyone's fascinated with the science. Alberto. And what's that?
That wasn't Alberto that was doing that, but just trying to get some kind of reading on the physiological, where I'm at a little bit, and what we can change in training. So we'll see what the results are. To kind of be able to say, well, we need to do more of this or that. And so always trying to find some kind of information. So
and I guess the kind of big thing for you is staying healthy.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing for me. If I can show up to the race in good shape and healthy, that's better than me being a little bit banged up. And so I'm trying not to walk the line too much. You definitely got to push it, but at the same time you got to be you got to be ready to go. And so I'm trying to find that line, and I think if I show up healthy and with 10 weeks to go, I got plenty of time to get in shape.
10 weeks isn't too long.
What's that?
It's going to be here before we know it.
I know, 10 weeks, that's short. But it'll be nice to try to qualify early then, at least. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And any talk of running track again, or you make the marathon?
Hopefully not this year.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. If I run track this year, it means something went wrong at the trial. So, but I still I have a lot of ambition to run faster than the 10K still. 12:56. I think I would be happy with that as PR, but I really know I think that I can run what Galen and Mo did this year in the 10K. That's going to take a real specific year of dedicating it to track, though, and so that hopefully won't be this year. I could see that being the next year if all goes well. This year I qualify for the marathon and do that, come back, maybe try one more year track.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.